you're on the internet, specifically on social media, which I'm sure you are because you're here right now, then I'm sure you've seen the exploding trend that is going on right now regarding artificial intelligence artwork or AI avatars. Well, I went down deep into this rabbit hole, 8 hours deep to be exact, and after clawing my way back up for air, I quickly realized that some of these avatars are ridiculously beautiful. Some are very ethically questionable and inappropriate, but there really is no denying that some of them are beautiful. This lit a spark inside of me today. From there, I started to think about ways that people are using this incredible technology in the beauty space, and how can we use this tech to actually help us feel like the best version of ourselves, but in real life. How can these avatars from the metaverse be used to inspire us? Well, I went back down into that same rabbit hole to see what I could find online that's actually available today that helps us take these metaverse versions of ourselves and make them reality. Today I'm going to show you what I came up with. Let's go. The Lensa app is taking the world by storm right now, and I can definitely see its appeal, and I can also definitely understand its massive controversy. This isn't a gossip or a news channel, so I'm not going to be talking about that today. If you guys want to talk about it in the comments section, that is totally fair, but all that I ask is that you keep it respectful. Just be nice to one another. If you don't know what the Lensa app is and you haven't heard about it, then let me just quickly fill you in. So this app allows its users to upload up to 20 photos of themselves, pay a fee, and then in a few minutes it uses artificial intelligence technology to download these artistic renditions of the user in all kinds of these amazing whimsical settings. So for example, I uploaded these 19 photos of myself. You can upload up to 20. I uploaded 19, and here are some of the photos that I got back from uploading these photos. In case you're wondering about the cost, a year-long subscription to the app, which can also be used to edit photos aside from creating avatars, it costs $35.99. But if you just want to create avatars, you can use it for a week-long free trial and then cancel it if you don't want to pay. To generate your magic avatars, there is an additional fee. So I did the free trial and I paid for 50 avatars. So all in all, it cost me $3.99. If you want 100 avatars, it costs $5.99, and 200 costs $7.99. So how can we take these images and apply them to real life since they are so highly unrealistic? The first thing that I want you to do if you decide to make these avatars is look at the selection you get back and sort them into images that you love and images that you don't really like, and see what the patterns are between these particular images. In my situation, I started to notice a couple of patterns. I love the avatars where my hair is up, and that makes a lot of sense because I really do like how I look with my hair up in real life, and I wear my hair up most of the time because of that. Another thing that I noticed is that I'm very drawn to the avatars that have bob length hair or slightly longer, which again is very accurate because I have a pretty narrow face and I don't really like my hair when it's super long because it makes my face look really long and narrow. This is a great stepping stone for us to start noticing patterns of styles that we are attracted to, and to get style inspiration that we can then take to our hairstylist to recreate. In my case, I noticed that I like my avatars with shorter hair so much more that I'm actually strongly considering going back to my bob. My hair has recently grown out. Some of you guys have noticed it in the comments section. Especially after seeing the avatars, realize that I just feel a lot prettier when my hair is a bit shorter. So the avatar experience really helped to guide me in my style choice for that. Now let's take this even one step further. The recent introductions of AI technology to the beauty industry has modernized the experience that beauty brands can provide to their shoppers. So what does that mean? What does that even mean? It means that we are now able to have a personalized shopping experience without ever leaving our homes. But not only that, These types of AIs are also giving us the tools to know what will work and what won't work for our individual features without having to spend any money to figure it out. So many popular brands are using this now, but I'm going to show you 3 different ones that are free on the web that you can try out, and it's Bobbi Brown, Mac, and Nars. All right, so as you can see here on the Bobbi Brown website, there's a whole virtual try-on section, which is so cool, and I'm gonna show you why right now. So let's start first with lipstick. You can just click on the lipstick that you want to try on, and you can click try on. Now you can upload a photo to try on with, but I like just using my live camera. I find it very helpful. And as you can see, I can scroll through the colors and I can put them on my lips. Now the cool thing is, since I'm a makeup artist, I instinctively know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work, but if you are still experimenting and you're trying to find undertones that work for you, it is so much easier to just do something like this than to have to think about the color of your veins and think if you're a warm, neutral, or cool tone. All of that stuff can be a little complicated, but you can use something like this and you can very instinctively know if something is gonna work or something is not gonna work. So I'm gonna show you an example of something that will work because I am a very warm skinned person. I have very warm eyes and very warm hair. Things that are warm are gonna look good on me. So for example, these orange based, coral based reds, they look really good on me. But things that are cool toned or too pale look really bad on me, and I will show you that right here. Okay, so you can see this dark purple lip, because purple is a cool tone. This isn't really a lip that I would go for. So Plum Brandy isn't a lip that I would normally choose because I find anything that's too dark and too cool, like purple, like this Plum Brandy, it just doesn't work. But you can scroll through all of them and you can see what will look good and what won't look good pretty instantly, which is amazing. This is an amazing way to use AI technology to get an avatar that's in the metaverse and then turn it into your real life situation. Now, if you go back here, we can scroll down a little bit more and you can even try on the eyeshadows. So I'm clicking here on this rose gold one. And you can see exactly what that would look like if I bought that and applied it on myself. We can move over here to champagne and we can see how champagne looks on me. Now, I find champagne also a little bit too light for my skin tone. The next thing that's cool is if you click on this icon here on the bottom right, you can actually split the screen. So you can see what your eyes look like with it and without it. How cool is that, right? Amazing. Something else that I noticed is you can even try eyeliner on. If you don't normally wear black liner, you don't know if it's gonna be too much for you, you can literally come online and you can try it on to see how it's gonna look on your eyes. I wear black eyeliner almost every single day, and you can see here, it looks so good, right? I feel personally like I look better with the liner on than without the liner on. All right, so let's move on to MAC. MAC is pretty much the same. You can literally try on anything. This one by MAC is amazing because the screen is so large, so you can really see. This deep red wine, I love how this looks on me right now. This is such a good color for my skin tone. Whereas sweet cinnamon, which is a mid-tone worn peachy nude, I don't like it as much. Do you guys see the difference? And here, this one has a split screen as well. So you can see this is what my lips look like naturally, and this is with the lipstick. You can really see the difference when you start doing some poppier shades. The cool thing is that it's not only for lipstick, so if you're not a lipstick girl and you want to try some eyeshadows, you can do that too, which is amazing. Let me show you guys a color that would typically not look very good on me, and those tend to be the pastel pinks. So let's try this one. Yeah, do you see that? So pastel pink is such a cool tone. It does not suit someone with olive skin or warm skin tones. It really suits someone that's a cooler skin tone, and this makes that quite obvious. So definitely play around with these, you guys. See what works. see what doesn't work for your individual face, and then you can really get an idea of what kind of colors you should be investing in your kit and the kind of colors that you should be staying away from. And then if you like Nars, Nars is also fantastic for this. You can try on everything just like the last two. And the cool thing with Nars is that you can even try on the quad shadows. Now, when it comes to AI and hair, I have found it more challenging to get great resources for you, but I found two that are pretty good. Here we are in the Aveda website. So it's really cool with Aveda because they divide the website down to brunette, red, blonde, trend, and color melt. So you can see what kind of brunette will look better on you. So this is an ash brown. My hair is actually quite warm. So you could even split the screen again so that you can tell the difference between the colors and how they look on your actual skin tone. And then even this, I was thinking of going coppery because it was very trendy last year. And that's what a coppery tone would look like on me. See, and this is very helpful because I really wasn't sure if copper would work. And I can tell here that I don't really like it. I don't know, there's something about it that I just don't find very flattering. Another thing is black. Like, I look terrible with black hair. So if you guys look at it like this, like look at how witchy it is and how much it's aged me. It contrasts a bit of the warmth in my eyes. And then where you can really see is blonde. I look terrible as a blonde. And you can see here, like really no matter what shade of blonde I do, it just doesn't look that great. It just doesn't. This is a really good option for you if you are unsure if a color is going to suit you. Just go on this website and go through it and see what tones will look good on you and what tones will absolutely not look good on you. When it comes to finding your perfect haircut, this one is a tough one. There are a lot of factors that are involved with this that make it very complicated. So for one, how a cut looks is dependent on a lot of different factors. On the individual hair texture, the density, the curl pattern, your styling capabilities, and even what your cut looks like now, so what the stylist is starting with. A haircut has a lot of factors and it's not as easy as putting lipstick on. Also, every website that I found just kind of sucks and the cuts looked very unrealistic, but I do have one app that's actually pretty awesome for this, although it is limited in its style options, but I'm going to show you anyways. This app is called Face App and it's not a free app, although I do believe there may be a free trial. I'm going to pop up a screenshot of how much the membership is. I pay $39.99 per year, but there are other options you can choose as well. Okay, so now let me show you Face App. You can see what your hair will look like if you add more volume. I look really good with more volume. I think again, because I have a skinnier face, so having more width on the outside horizontally is a lot more flattering for my face. And you can see that in the picture. Like, I look so much prettier after I add volume to my hair than before I have volume in my hair. Now, you can also see how your hair will look if you grow it out long. Again, like, isn't that crazy? And it's very realistic. You would never know that that wasn't true, like that wasn't my real hair. You can click here and you can see what your hair will look like straight, which will give you an idea if it looks better if it's curly or if it looks better if it's straight. I really like this one. It will take it right up to a bob length. Another thing that you can do is you can try on different types of bangs. So this is very helpful as well. If you are curious about whether or not you should get bangs, try them on here first. It will really help you to visualize. There are side swept ones. There are different degrees of how heavy the bangs are. You can even see how your hair looks if you get straight across bangs. I feel like I look terrible with straight across bangs, and you can see that in this picture. Like, I just don't look good with straight across bangs. There's something about this being covered on me that is not flattering, and I can tell that right away when I use this app. And you know, that could really potentially save me a terrible haircut. So yeah, that's how you use that. If you end up getting this app and you start playing around, you'll also notice that there is a hair color section, and I've talked about this hair color section on another video. I don't love this one as much. I don't find it as realistic, like the AI isn't as good, and that seems to be the common thread amongst all the hair stuff. It's not quite as good. So if you see me here as a blonde, no matter what grade of blonde I'm using, I don't know. I don't feel like it looks totally realistic, but again, maybe that's because I look terrible as a blonde. That's why I'm feeling that way. Either way, even though the AI isn't perfect, it does allow you to get a visual representation of what you'll look like with that color before committing to it and before doing it, which is pretty amazing. I really do think it's quite innovative and really does lead you in the right direction towards choosing the right haircut, the right hair color, and the right makeup options and choices for you. Now, if you want to learn what else you should keep in mind when you're thinking about doing a big haircut change, or you want to know what you should consider when changing your hair color, then I suggest that you check out these two videos next, because this one's over.